Hello guys, welcome back to the channel. I've been given the task by the Big Daddy himself to give you my top 10 quarterback rankings, 10 to 1. It's going to be very subjective. There's going to be players that are missing out. That's okay. We've all got our different opinions. This video is mainly what we'd love to hear from you guys, what you think your top 10 is. See if you've got any comparisons. Again, I said there'll be players missing out. So please don't slander me in the comments. But this is my top 10. Without further ado, let's get cracking on. Just before we begin with the top 10, a quick mention to the 5 quarterbacks that missed out, ranks 11 to 15, no particular order. Aaron Rodgers, Baker Mayfield, Derek Carr, Dak Prescott, and Kirk Cousins. As I said, the positions 10 to 7, you could probably argue putting a couple of them in. That's fine. Subjective, it's your opinion. But they're the 5 guys for me that are narrowly missing out. Let's get on to quarterback number 10. In 10th position, we have Justin Herbert for the LA Chargers. It's been a bit of a roller coaster since he's been coming into the league. Last year, he did start to struggle. I felt the pressure was on his shoulders too much. Obviously, he had a lot of injuries on his offense with some of his wide receivers. It didn't help that they were dropping balls, and it just felt they was forcing the ball too much. Now, with the emergence of Jim Harbaugh as his head coach, and the way he started the season off, I feel he's going to be coached in the right way. He doesn't seem to necessarily be forcing the ball down. He's going to be in the league for a few years. Tell you that guy played with a couple of injuries as well. He's one tough guy. And I think given a couple of years' time, he will easily be a top 5 quarterback. It's just about the progression. Again, we're under Jim Harbaugh. I think he's the right man to moving forward. So for 10th position for me, I've got Herbert from the Chargers. In 9th, we have Kyler Murray from the Arizona Cardinals. This may be a bit of a risk to put in based on his injury status, but no one can deny when he's fully fit. 1, he's exciting. 2, he creates anything with his feet, and he's just fun to watch. And yes, it's only been a couple of weeks into the season, but what I've seen in the past years, obviously not him being injured, but when he's been on the field, he's been exciting to watch. There have been some issues with his ball handling in terms of fumbling, throwing costly picks or whatnot, but no one can deny he's fun to watch. Box office, I could watch him all week in primetime games, and I think he's fully deserved in the top 10 position for me. So number 9, quarterback ranking, the Arizona Cardinals, Kyler Murray. In 8th position, this may be a little bit too high for many. He deserves it for me. It's Brock Purdy. For the last couple of seasons, what he's done for that San Francisco team, taking them to the Super Bowl, is fantastic. He come in with some injuries to Jimmy G, and he's fitting well. Yes, he's not overly exciting to watch. He just does what they need, and he does it effectively, and he does it really, really well. Even if it means dumping off, handing off to McCaffrey, he's still getting yards for Deebo Samuel, for Brandon Ayuk, for Kittle, etc., etc. He thoroughly deserves to be in the top 10. I think people are starting to come around, like myself. Again, he's not exciting to watch, but he does the job. San Fran fans love him, and rightly so. And my 8th position, well deserved, San Francisco's Brock Purdy. In 7th position, this could be a little bit high for many, but very, very underrated quarterback for the years, Matthew Stafford for the LA Rams. Matthew Stafford has won a Super Bowl, and there's no denying when the guy is fit and healthy, slinging in that ball, he's exciting to watch. This year could be his career year. For me, losing Kupp and Nakua, having, I'd say, second, third string wide receivers now, this is going to be his biggest test of his career. He's moved from Detroit over to the Rams, won the Super Bowl, risk paid off. He's still hungry, he's still slinging the ball, and yes, this season is going to be his best season yet for me in terms of what he's capable of doing. We know what he can do, but this year, without his main targets, this is going to be a fantastic year for him, I feel, under duress, under a lot of pressure. He deserves his spot. I'm a big fan of Matt Stafford, and I love watching him play. Maybe a little bit too high, but I'd see where you guys rank him. So in 7th position for the LA Rams, we have Matt Stafford. In sixth position, this guy needs to stay healthy. When he does, he's blockbuster for me. It's the Cincinnati Bengals, Joe Burrow. Listen, Joe Burrow is a fantastic quarterback. There's no denying that. The concern we've got is his injuries, staying fit for the season. We've gone for the start of the season now. Looked a bit rusty week one, played really well in Kansas week two. We know what he's done in the past, former Super Bowl finalists. The right tools around him, he's got great coaching. He can really progress into the top five quarterback that we all know he can, but he's got to stay fit. That is my only problem with Joe Burrow. But we know his skills, we know his capabilities. You can get the ball to Jamar Chase, Higgins, etc., etc. He probably warrants the sixth position for me in my rankings, and I'm sure in a couple of years' time he'll be a top five, if not top three quarterback. So for number 6 in my rankings, the Cincinnati Bengals quarterback, Joe Burrow. We've finally reached the top 5, and in my 5th position we have Lamar Jackson from the Baltimore Ravens. I could speak all day about this guy, pros and cons. He's blockbuster. He's fun to watch. We love when he runs the ball. He can throw the ball. He is handy. Granted, some of his mechanics aren't as good as the other quarterbacks on this list. But what Lamar Jackson does for his team and the senior role he's established in Baltimore is second to none. Yes, there are some issues when he plays against his defense. He struggles. I understand that. His first option normally is to run, which is fine. Quarterback league is changing into a running quarterback league, as we've seen with other players emerging. But his box office, for me, he's fun to watch. He's going to be around for a while. Granted, you don't have to get injured. I don't like when he takes off all the time. But he's fun. He deserves to be in the top 5 position. Granted, he needs to work on other mechanics such as his consistency in throwing the ball. But for me, he probably warrants a top 5 shot. And in my 5th position for the Baltimore Ravens, it is Lamar Jackson. In 4th position, we have Jalen Hurts from the Philadelphia Eagles. Similar to Lamar Jackson, loves to run with the ball. I feel he's got a better throwing mechanism than Jackson. I've started to see he was injured last year. I've started to see he's not running as much, which is great. And they're still getting numbers to Brown and Smith, and he is still dumping the ball off to the running backs such as Barkley, etc., etc. I feel he is an upgrade to Jackson, not by a lot, but I just feel he's more better technique with his throw than Jackson is, and he puts up better yards. Obviously, he's a great running quarterback. I remember he's only been in the league for a few years. We've still got a lot more of Jalen Hurts. Could he become the best quarterback in the league? I don't know. Time will tell. He's got to stay injury-free. That is a concern last year, but he did play through the injury, so he is one tough cookie. 4th position for me, and well-deserved, Philadelphia Eagles, Jalen Hurts. In 3rd position, we have Josh Allen for the Buffalo Bills. A lot of people would put him second. He's going 3rd for me. He's a fantastic player to watch. I love when Buffalo are on the ball. If you have him in your fantasy team, he's guaranteed to get you points. He takes all the running touchdowns. He can throw the ball well, throw the ball far. This year for me, with losing Diggs, Gabe Davis, I think this is going to be his biggest test because the weapons he's got aren't as big name as we've been accustomed to in Buffalo. Yes, they've got the rookie now, James Cook, the running back, got a couple of great tight ends. But this is going to be his biggest test. He's fun to watch. He literally carries a team on his back. And I feel that this season he's going to have an MVP type season. I really do. He's going to be around for a while. I'd love to see him play, as we all do. And for me, 3rd position, and rightly so in the top 3, and then should be in the top 3 for everyone. The Buffalo Bills is Josh Allen. Number 2, this could be the highest, most controversial position to put this man, but I don't care. He deserves it. CJ Stroud. Wow, what has he done since he's come into the league the last couple of years? I love this kid. He's just matured so much in the 2 years. We're seeing quarterbacks coming into the league, like the Bryce Young's now being dropped. Caleb Williams hasn't started the season well. You got players that have been in the league for 4 years, have been in contracts like Trevor Lawrence, who don't deserve this contract. CJ Stroud, trust me, in the season, I think they'll pay him big. If he manages to stay fit and keeps progressing on this line with a great coaching staff under D'Amico Ryans, with the targets he's got, Nico Williams, Tank Dell, Stephon Diggs, he's got a capable running game, Joe Mixon. He's got the right tools around him. And I truly believe we are seeing a generational talent for our eyes. Yes, we've got Patrick Mahomes and others. This kid's going to be around for a while. Please stay injury free. Please stay injury free. You're exciting to watch. He's going to win a Super Bowl one year, and he rightly, for me, deserves the number 2 spot. So for number 2 for me in my rankings is the Houston Texans, CJ Stroud. And let's get on to the best quarterback in the league. There's no disputing it. You get this guy into the playoffs, he'll do the rest. It is Kansas City's and the best quarterback in the league. I'd probably say by a mile, Patrick Mahomes. Yes, during the regular seasons, the last couple of years, he hasn't looked great. I know he's thrown more picks than what we're accustomed to. Maybe not throwing for as many yards as we used to too, but it's Pat Mahomes. 3-time Super Bowl winner. I think every year he's been to the AFC Championship game. Just get him to the playoffs. And I always make this say, never bet against Pat Mahomes. The guy's a legend already. If he retired today, would he be going to the Hall of Fame? Yes, he would. 3-time Super Bowl champion. Insane. Every team would love a Pat Mahomes on their squad. I want to see a bit more now with Pacheco going out this season. I think they're going to rely on him a bit more. I just want to start seeing the old Pat Mahomes back. But regardless, get him into the playoffs and Pat will do the rest. And I believe everyone's ranking, Pat Mahomes will be number 1, and rightly so. So number 1 of my rankings, the best quarterback in the league by a mile, the Kansas City's Patrick Mahomes. And there we have it, guys. There is my top 10. Again, very subjective for me. If you've come this far, please let us know what your top 10 is. Players I've missed out, perhaps. I've harshly left out. Maybe graded players a little bit too high, too low. Would love to hear from you. Again, it's everyone's opinions, but please jot down what you guys think your top 10 are, and let's see if we've got any comparisons. I've really enjoyed doing this video. I can't wait to do the next sort of rankings video. Ones I really enjoy for the channel. If you do us a favour, you just share with your friends. Even if you have a little giggle saying, God, he's put CJ Stroud at number 2, that's fine. But yeah, it would really, really help us out. But yeah, thanks for tuning in so far, guys. And have a great weekend watching football. And we'll see you next week in the next video. Peace out, guys.